the way Gotham's going. I really like a lot of the aspects of Arrow. I can understand why people don't like Arrow though. I don't know if anyone, do you guys watch it?
I watch all three. I'm caught up to all three too.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Um, what is your thought on Arrow? Because what about first off, what about you, Hero? Do you watch Arrow?
No, I haven't. Like I said before, I just hardly watch anything on TV anymore.
Get on it now.
No.
Yeah, it's
So,
pretty like here's what I'll say about Arrow. Um, okay, so like if you're, I guess if you know anything about like Oliver Queen in the comics, then the Arrow in the TV show is kind of a little different because Ollie actually has like wit. Like he's kind of like Spider-Man in the sense that he has like a lot of wit and he makes like a lot of like comments and sarcastic remarks. You know, he's kind of like a lighthearted hero, and of course, he has like the dark parts to his character. Like Ollie, he was spent like 5 years in an island and all that. Yeah, like he has that, but I felt like when I was watching the first season that Arrow was a little too gritty. I felt because I
he's
like
pressed the
Green
whole
Arrow
time,
as
yeah.
like this, yeah, as like this gritty series or like this gritty hero. So
People
that
say Batman-esque. You think that's appropriate? Like trying to be Batman, kind of in a way.
I guess so. I guess so. I'd probably say something more along the lines of Punisher. I guess.
Okay.
And that was just my
Yeah, because
feeling.
he was
But
killing in the first
when we
season.
got to season two, that's when I really started. What's up? What'd you say? I didn't hear.
No, I said it. He started killing a lot in the first season. He was killing
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So yeah, I understand the Punisher thing. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But go ahead.
No, that's good. It's fine. But what I was gonna say is just like when we get to season two is when I really started liking the show because I don't want to spoil Hero, but that person comes into play. You get to learn
Mm,
more about the family, yeah. And now we start getting into like some more actual like DC villains, just besides just Merlin.
I,
Because like Merlin, I would say is probably Green Arrow's. I don't want to say his most recognizable arch enemy, but one of them. So I guess it was kind of necessary for him to be like the main villain of the first season. But now,
but
considering the villain is for like this current third season, now like Arrow has really like started to pick up but it really needed like that second season for it to like really get to like that really good status. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude, like, yeah, I agree. I agree. It definitely picked up with the second season. The main problem I have with the series isn't necessarily the character's attitude, but granted, I'm not really a huge fan of the comic book version of the Arrow, so I don't know the different nuances of his character. My biggest problem, I guess, with the show is the constant melodrama that's being presented around the family.
Yeah,
The the sister and Laurel. Oh my fucking god, Laurel!
yeah,
I want to drop kick her in the face at full speed, dude. At full speed, just run down the street and then drop kick her in the face. I cannot stand Laurel. She is so bad, annoying. Like her, people complain about his sister, the little sister. Well, his sister, but my point is,
yeah,
I don't mind her that much. Yeah, she has her problems, but she's still a young girl, a teenage girl. It makes sense to some of the things that she does. But Laurel's a grown ass woman, and she acts like a fucking child, dude. I hate
yeah.
Laurel. Cannot stand Laurel. Oh my god, dude. Oh, without spoiling, I don't want to say too much about her. But it seems like all the characters, like, you'd think that people would start to get suspicious about the Queen family considering all the stuff that goes around them. That they're
Hmm.
constantly in the hospital for some shit. They're constantly being arrested for some shit. They're constantly, it's like always something happening with their family. It's so freaking, like, suspicious, yet no one asks any questions. And keep in mind that Ollie is fucking terrible, and I mean terrible, at keeping his identity a secret. He's awful at it. Like, how many people know about Oliver's secret? It's ridiculous. It's not even
Yeah.
a secret anymore. Like, if the government really wanted to go after them, they really could. They could. They know. Like, they fucking know. He's as plain as day. So, just in general, that's the one thing that annoys me is that there has to be some kind of melodrama always surrounding, his love life or Laurel, or I have to. The one phrase that's used in the show more than any other phrase, and you'll hear it 1,000 times, is "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" They say it all the fucking time because some shit happens every episode. You know I'm right, Z.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
That's
You
so
alright?
true.
It's so true.
Like,
Because
I'll say this. I'll say this
yeah.
about the acting. I
Hmm.
still sort of have a problem with like the way the guy who plays Ollie plays Oliver because I don't know,
Hmm.
like sometimes the acting didn't feel genuine at times. But like when I was watching interviews with the guy like who plays Oliver, he
Uh-huh.
says that he is like a rookie actor and like this is like his first like big like stunt like stint like his first big job. So I do
Right.
understand like yeah he's getting like accustomed to it. But to me, I still think that the best actress or best actress and best actor on the show is definitely the one who plays Felicity. I think Felicity
Yeah,
like
yeah, she's
yeah
great, dude. She's awesome.
yeah
She's a great actress. I like her a lot, and she's just a
mhm.
great character in general. Like people, some people just think I have some kind of hatred for female characters because I give shit to Lori all the time. Andrea, I give shit to fucking what the hell's the girl name from Breaking Bad? Uh, the wife's name
uh
from Breaking Bad.
yeah
What the
well
fuck's her name?
what's it uh
Jesus Christ.
Marie no Marie was uh, Hank's wife
No, never. Fuck. And Marie's a bitch too. But mm,
uh
you
what
know
was
who
her
the fuck I'm
name?
talking about.
Yeah,
You're the
I
bitch.
know. But
But you know, because I give shit to some female characters in series, but when it comes to good, I mean, I respect the really good female characters that aren't so pathetic and annoying and reliant on some other male character to save the day for them all the time. Although she has her
Tsukuyo.
moments. Um,
Tsukuyo.
yeah. Yes. But dude, I just can't stand her. I cannot stand her. But Felicity's great. I like her little appearance in Arrow and Flash. The Flash was great.
Yeah,
She joined the cast for an episode. That was
yeah.
all. I like how the two kind of timelines connect in a weird way. You know what I'm saying
Mhm.
with the particle accelerated explosion, everything kind of revolving around each other. And you know
Yeah.
who from the flashback being a villain? Oh my god, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it. I mean, it was obvious that he was gonna be a villain. I mean, well, the moment I saw the mask, I knew it was gonna be. It wasn't. They were gonna be buddy buddy the whole time. I know what
Right.
happens to the character. So, but from what I understand about the comics, that character, I don't want to spoil it. I'll just say DS.
Okay.
DS, DS from isn't he an anti-hero in the comics? He's
Kind of. I would say, yeah. I mean, he's not exactly. He's neutral. He's neutral. Yeah.
right, but in the show, the one thing I didn't like is they made him out to be a full villain. Basically, I mean, they give him a
Yeah.
sympathetic backstory. You know what I'm saying? So they made him sympathetic to a certain extent, but they didn't. They made him just out to be just a straight villain with no really sympathy, anything attached to it. Just kind of like
Right.
I thought, like once the serum would wear off, or they cured him, whatever, that his mind would come back, but
Hmm.
it didn't. And I was like, why?
I
But
know.
yeah, just in general, I don't know. I'm kind of going on a rant here, but
That's fine. That's fine.
Arrow's great. Arrow's great. Arrow's great. It's almost. I like it. Has too much melodrama. There's so much shit. Like, if I broke down everything that happened with the story, like the father, the this, and the mother with this, and then the sister, it's crazy how much fucking over dramatized shit happens to that family. Like,
Mhm.
so ridiculous. But I'll stop there, and I'll say anybody that hasn't watched Arrow can go ahead and watch it now. So
I
yeah.
mean, I was. I mean, we were bitching about Arrow, but I really didn't like Gotham. Like the first couple of episodes, did not like
Oh
it at
really?
all. Yeah.
No.
Um, because the thing is, like, without Batman, just Gotham as a setting, it just isn't very interesting. At least to me, it isn't.
It's
Uh,
it's kind of a standard crime drama, really. You know what I'm
it
saying? If you're like a
is.
fan of CSI and that kind of stuff and those kinds of shows, then I think you'd like Gotham if you know about the whole like the characters of Gotham, a Catwoman and and fucking Riddler and Penguin. If you know these characters and you're just a fan of cop dramas anyway, then you'll enjoy Gotham. But
Yeah,
even
but
as someone like me, I don't enjoy that. I still found it enjoyable. What was your problems with it? I'm curious.
because I don't know if it's because I've watched like Christopher Nolan's movies because I've been reading the Batman comics for like a long time now, but I don't
Right.
really think Gotham captured like the dark, gritty atmosphere of Gotham very well. To me at least, like I felt like it was too stylized in how it portrayed, say, like the homeless people in episode 2.
Mm.
Some of the villains were very bland and just lackluster. The balloon guy in, I think it was episode 3 or 4, I can't remember. Just they didn't seem very Gotham-esque. They just seemed like I
The
don't know what the
blue
word is.
guy, I guess you could say, is more of a hint at what Batman needed to be later down the road. You know what I'm saying? Because he said something along the lines of, if the cops can't do their jobs, then people like us have to take charge and do what we need to do. That was kind of a nod to, obviously
Yeah,
Batman
yeah, yeah, yeah.
showing it
That
all. You know what I'm saying?
he eventually will take up the cowl and become Batman, patrol the streets and all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm aware of that. It's just that I don't like the way in which, like, even the way that they portray like CGI, like in the episodes when they're showing like a backdrop of Gotham and stuff. It doesn't feel like Gotham, at least to
Yeah,
me.
I guess, yeah. Now that you mention it, I hadn't really thought about it like that. But just the city of Gotham, and especially when you read the comics and you know about the city, and watch the old Batman series and play the games and everything, you have a good idea
Yeah,
of Batman, of Gotham, like as a dark kind of brooding city. And I guess to a certain extent, because maybe it's on the, was it CW? I forget what channel. Like it's
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
local
No,
channels.
no,
It seems
FX.
a little bit like they try to make it seem like it's a bad city because of the criminals, and like, remember when the Penguin comes back to the city and sees like
Yep.
all the crime that's happening around. It seems too, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, a kind of a campy kind of version
Yeah,
of yeah, a little bit campy. But even I don't know. Despite that, I think what's keeping me interested throughout the episodes isn't necessarily Gordon, which I like Gordon actually. I don't think he's like amazing, but
bad.
I like
Yeah,
Gordon.
yeah.
He's keeping me
Agreed.
interested.
Yep.
But I guess what's keeping me interested in the actual show are the crime bosses and the criminal aspects,
Yeah,
like, what I'm saying, with Mooney.
Maroni,
Yeah,
Falcone,
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. That's what's really keeping me coming back from week to week. And obviously the Penguin. I think the Penguin for me, you may not agree with this. Is without a doubt the best part of the show.
Oh yeah, of
He's
course. I
perfect.
agree.
I
Yeah.
think he's perfect, which
I'd
is
probably
surprising because I
say
never really cared about the Penguin. But
exact like I like Cobblepot and I like Alfred. Alfred's character just like because
yeah,
you always saw like Alfred as like sort of like the gentlemanly sort of like quiet sort of person, and here he seems he has more of like a brisker like more
mm,
direct personality. You know what I mean? Like he
yeah,
sounds like a little harsher. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I agree, but
I
maybe it's because we saw Alfred when in his later years when he was not really any more of a mentor to Bruce, but right now he's trying to teach Bruce, trying to kind of be a substitute parent, so to speak, I guess you could say, to get
yeah.
him straight. And he even allowed Bruce to beat the shit out of that kid in the last episode. So he's
Yeah,
just like, oh, go
that
ahead,
was
yeah,
awesome.
I let him do it. I let him do it.
Do,
I'll let him
do
kill you. I don't
you
care.
do you know who that kid is though? Do you know who that kid is?
Is that some
He's
kind of
gonna
Easter egg? I did not know.
yeah.
Never the kid.
Do you want me to tell you or
Yeah, spoil. Yeah, I don't mind. It's not spoil, but tell me. Yeah.
that was Tommy Elliott. Uh, do you know who you don't know who he is in the comics, right?
Tommy Elliott.
Yeah.
Tommy. No.
Have you played Arkham City,
Yeah, I played
the game?
Arkham City. Yeah.
Did you do okay? Tommy Elliott is Hush. That's who he is.
Hush.
Yeah, the guy with the bandages around his face.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
he's
weird.
he's a
Random.
he's Bruce's best friend actually in the comics.
Huh. So
Yeah.
they get to become friends after this
Yep,
whole
I
scenario.
guess so. That's what it's looking like. Yeah.
He beats the shit out of him. Like, now we're best friends. All right. Well, that's interesting. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, and I guess to a smaller degree, I like the kind of the corruption in the city. It's kind of fun to see kind of how the city operates from a from a corrupt standpoint. So I mean, and last episode, not the one we just saw, the one before that, I feel like was a fucking 10 out of 10 with the Umbrella episode. Oh my god, it was
Oh yeah, yeah,
so
that was good. Yeah.
from beginning to end, it was just so good, so good. And I hate to be a broken record here, but fucking what's her name? Gordon's wife, or the Gordon's
You hate her
girlfriend
too?
rather. Oh
You hate
fuck!
her?
Why did she do that? She's so fucking stupid. She's so fucking
Yeah,
stupid. I was
I know.
talking in the Walking Dead stream with Rick about it. I'm like, she's not that bad. But actually thinking about it, and this episode, what she did, fuck her, dude. Fuck her.
Agreed.
God,
That was annoying. Oh man, like
yeah,
if
I
she
came
would
back
have
to
showed up,
say.
like everything would have ended like right then and there. But
Well, they would have died either way,
yeah, true.
that's, but she didn't save anybody. The only reason why he was, well, I don't know, you know why, but God, she's so fucking stupid. I think out of the three, Flash is probably at this point my least favorite. Maybe because it's only 6 episodes in. But
hmm
how do you feel about that? Out of the three, is it your
I
least favorite? Your most, you know?
I'll say this: like Flash definitely had the best first impression for me from these first couple of episodes, because like I said, like all of like Arrow, I felt like it was too dark and gritty. Gotham, just it didn't feel genuine. But with Flash, even though even though he's very confident, like when we see him like in the comics and stuff, we see
Huh?
him as sort of like a little more like insecure over here. So we're gonna see him like grow into that. So I am
Right.
very like, yeah, I like that. I like that part of his character. I like the guy who's playing him, no homo. I like his acting prowess and all that. Uh, but I just think like the overall feel and atmosphere of the show, everything about
Mhm.
it, I really think it's gonna be the best out of the three when it's all said and
Yeah, I
done.
think so.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Like as far as comic book characters go, I like the Flash more than than Arrow, obviously, and I mean, obviously, Gotham isn't a character, but I mean, I enjoy the Flash probably more than I do Batman, to be honest. In general, I just enjoy the character. But when it comes to this show, I don't know. The first impression, we actually did a video about it when we saw the pilot episode,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was really disappointing. It was really, for me, I don't know. I just really did not like the pilot episode because it feels like they're forcing the whole relationship, the love triangle bullshit. And yeah, like you said, we are seeing him kind of at his base. He's not really confident. He's not, what he needs to be yet. So it's kind of like he's not as good as he could be right now. But I
hmm
agree when you say that this actor is good because this actor does, I feel like, nail his character pretty well. Um, maybe a little bit more wisecracking, but that's more of a, the Justice League version that I like. But what
Wally
can I say?
West.
Yeah. But what more can I say about Flash? I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I don't really dig a lot of the side characters in the story. The two nerds that help him out don't really care for either of them. Honestly, I don't know about you, but the one
Oh,
guy just is there for comic relief isn't funny. The
in
girl
between
is
the two
there.
nerds. Yeah.
Yeah, the one guy that's supposed to be comic relief is just meh. I don't really find him funny, to be honest. But I mean, the most interesting guy is the guy obviously in the wheelchair who probably is Professor Zoom. I would
Yeah.
imagine it has
Yeah.
to be. It has to be because why do you think he wants to build up Barry to, what I'm saying, for the Speed Force so he can use it? Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's how it is in the comics, right? He needs Barry to use his powers in order for him to use his powers.
Yeah,
So
something like that. I was thinking that because in the comics there's actually like three different is it three or four? I don't remember, but there's like I think there's three different zooms or two. I don't remember the exact number, but
there one
what
timeline, or
sorry?
are you talking about during different timelines and storylines, or
Oh no, no,
once?
no, no. Like during like the main timeline in the comics, there are like three different like it's kind of like Robin. You know how like there's like five different
Right,
Robins,
right.
like five
Okay,
different.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like that. Yeah, there's like three different people, or four or two. I don't remember the exact number who have taken up like the name Professor Zoom, right?
Mhm.
Um, I know I already know who one of them is, but if I say it, I think I'm going to spoil you. So I don't want to do that because when you see it, I think it's going to shock the shit out of you. um,
All right, all right.
but I definitely agree with you. I definitely think that uh, the professor is probably the Zoom that we saw, the one that killed Barry's mother in the
Kills the mother,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
From what I understand
um,
about Barry's mother's death, didn't Professor Zoom come from the future to kill her in the past after he became the Flash, just to get back at him, or you know what I'm saying? That kind of
I
changed the
think
whole timeline.
yeah, yeah. I think it was something like that. Basically, it's kind of different in the comics. Like Professor Zoom, um, like Wally is pretty much married to Iris West, right? In the
Right.
comics,
Hmm.
and they actually end up having a kid. But what happens is like Professor Zoom in the comics comes and then kills the kid.
Oh,
Yeah, and
damn.
and 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 that's what really like cements like his relationship with the Flash and like why they hate one another so much.
I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That
Um,
makes sense.
but
But
the
oh, sorry.
third Flash, because like what you were saying earlier about like the professor and how he's like trying to build Barry up.
Right.
The thing is like the third Professor Zoom, Reverse Flash, whatever you want to call him, he
Uh huh.
actually does like a lot of things to like Wally, Barry Allen, Bart Allen, all the different Flashes to make them a better hero because he feels like he is indebted to do that, and that's like what really drives him as a villain. Like he feels like it's his purpose in life to make Flash the best hero that he can be, and to do that, he himself will become a villain and do like all these villainous things. And that's because like he's fanatical about the Flash, like he idolizes the Flash, he wants to do everything to make him better, and so he goes around like killing people, robbing banks, doing all this stuff. That a part of that character I think could be in the Professor, like how he always says like we need Barry to be his best and stronger and all that. So
Right.
maybe,
Right.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't see him really as a fanboy as much as I see him because he's. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he I don't know how I can put this, but he seemed like he was villainous probably before the particles accelerator accident. You know what I'm saying? Um, maybe he knew exactly what he was doing when that accident happened.
right,
Maybe. So if that's the case, then he didn't know the Flash before the accident. Then he wouldn't be a fanboy of him. So if there is going to be a third Professor Zoom, it'll probably take place later in the storyline after he's been established as a great hero. You know?
yeah,
Then wouldn't that make more sense?
yeah,
And
yeah,
but yeah, because I'm pretty sure I don't know where I heard this, but I'm pretty sure that Professor Zoom feeds off the energy that Flash, uses when he is connected to the Speed Force and uses his ability. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but either way, I will say that Flash has some potential because of the fact that he is the main character. You get the Flash instead of Gotham, where it's just a city, and Arrow, where you're kind of limited because you don't really. I don't know. Well, there's only so much Arrow can do, but Flash, he's going up against all these supernatural enemies. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of special effects that has potential to be kind of bigger than life, so to speak. So I think Flash can be good. Flash can be good. We'll see. I feel like we're not there yet. Not there yet. Maybe the second season, I feel like we can be there, but I don't know. Something about it that's kind of holding me back. I can't really put my finger on it. But it's only 6 episodes. It's only 6 episodes.